Well, good evening, folks. I'm delighted to be here. And I want to thank all of those who voted for me. This is a great honor for me and my family. I thank you. I can't remember ever say something about everyone that blessed me along life's trail, but I'd like to say that my mother and father were encouragers. They encouraged me from the time I was born, and they're still doing that. And you know, I was in professional baseball for 21 years, and I know that a lot of days are tough on wives. And my wife raised 5 wonderful children. She cleaned, in 21 years, she cleaned a lot of houses. And she never fed us until she had the house clean. And she was just tops. I like what my wife Shirley was saying. I'll tell you, I never heard her complain about anything. And I thought the other day for the first time, Shirley, you really made it easier for me and for us. So I want to thank you. And folks, I'd like to tell you the greatest event of my life. Age 6, I had double pneumonia. No penicillin in those days. And the doctor told my parents a couple of times I wouldn't live through the night. So for years, I wanted to know God. He let a little 6-year-old boy live who was close to death. And I wanted to know him. I didn't know you could know him. I never had met anybody that said they knew him. I never had met anybody that told me they were going to go to heaven. My goal in life wasn't to be a big league baseball player. My goal in life was to know I was going to go to heaven when I died. People grew old and died, nobody ever came back and said where they'd gone. I thought that's too important. The most important thing in life, to know that you're going to go to heaven. And so every time I prayed, it seemed like God was millions and millions of miles away. I couldn't reach him. This went on for years and years. And I wanted to know him with everything I had. And I worked to that end. I was trying to be the best guy I knew. I was trying to do all I could do to go to heaven. In 1958, we were in San Francisco, playing with the Giants. Bill Graham came to this crusade. There were a lot of talk about God when he came. And a friend of mine showed me Ephesians 2:8-9 in the Bible. It says, "For by grace are you saved through faith, not of yourselves, it's a gift of God, not of works, lest any man shall boast." I saw those 3 little words, not of works. And folks, that was the greatest shock I've ever had in my life. All the props I had built on me for 29 years failed. And I was hanging midair. Everything I'd ever thought and prayed about fell down. Not of works. I understood that. God said, it's not of works. You can join all the churches you want and get baptized in every pool, every creek in the world, and that's still not enough for you. And so I wondered, and he also said, and it's a free gift. A free gift. Well, how do you get this? The man told me how I could commit my life to Jesus Christ, turn from my sin, accept him as Savior and Lord. And I committed my life to him that day, and that day I met Jesus Christ. It wasn't in the physical sense, like some of you, I shook your hand tonight and met you. Spiritual sense. He was real to me, became real in my life. Some people say, you know, if you just, your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds, you go to heaven. Some people say just do the best you can and leave it up to God. Bible don't say that. Bible says you can know that you're going to heaven. And I used to think, I'm good today, I'm going to go to heaven. And tomorrow, I didn't feel like that. The next day, same thing. Next day, same. Feel one day like I'm going, next day I didn't feel like I was going. That went on for years and years. and years. But today, I know that I'm going to heaven. And when God lets you know it, folks, it's not a day in and day out. I hope so. I think maybe I will. It's a no-so when God really saves you. So since 1958, I've had nothing but a great life. Thank you.